So weekly update number 15, and well, we've got some good things to tell you this week, some great updates. Just to talk about this, if you're new to these weekly updates, so what I'm trying to do here is basically just run through what goes on behind the scenes with us, the information that we get back from clients who are coming to live in Spain. We generally break it down into what I've tagged in my emails, what's happening over in the consulates in the UK for people who have to apply there, what's happening here in Spain for people who come straight over here to live or when they're coming to register their visa. Then after that, we just go through some points that we've picked up about general life in Spain, and also we look at things about food and we'll look at our YouTube channel and stuff like that. So if you are moving to Spain or thinking of moving to Spain, then click on these weekly updates, check them out. It's just it's informal, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and we're still structuring how it's gonna eventually be, but as I'm still working that out, which I'll probably do until we get to weekly update 100, we're just gonna crack on doing them a little bit ad lib, is that the word, where I just literally open up my emails. It's early morning at the moment, so on a Sunday. I moved these to a Sunday. I'll publish this evening because gives me a bit more of a chance to get them out there. You're not so stressed during the week trying to get your weekly update out, and don't like it when it's rushed. So okay, let's crack on then with our first bit of news. So yeah, we will start off talking about what's going on in the UK, and Stu and Joanne, who now got their visas, coming over, going into our stage 2 process with Jane. They're really keeping on giving me a lot of information as well, so I'm much appreciated for that, guys. And they're just saying that the Manchester consulate seems to be performing well. Have I said that out loud? Stupid thing to say. But at the moment the visas are coming through quite well. We're giving everybody a sort of an estimated 6 to 8 week time to get the visas based on current experience, but according to their research on Facebook and experience that we've had, not only with them but with some other clients who recently got their visas, they're within 2 to 3 weeks. So brilliant, that's good. Let's see how that slows down in summer, but yeah, at the moment visas in Manchester 2 to 3 weeks seem to be coming out. Don't forget that they actually do have up to 90 days to release the visas. We also had some clients who went through and they sent me back a bit of a report, so many thanks for that. So we always ask for a report back if possible on what happens. Every single report back sometimes gives you something new, gives you something else to tell people, and it's important for us to know for the other clients which are coming along what the current circumstance is. As you know, over the last 4 years, the non-lucrative visas, the process has changed, the offices have changed, and they're constantly changing things. So they said to us, "Morning, Chris. We were in and out before our appointment time." So that's great. This is a lot. We're getting that back from Manchester as well, that people are coming in and out before they're even getting to their appointment time. I can't stress how weird it is for me to say that after our experience in the last few years. BLS is working out okay. Yes, they have a horrific booking website, they really do. What we do at times is we'll jump on screen sharing software with our clients and just go through the process with them so we can get the appointments securely booked. Yeah, but it is working out, I have to say. They said the offices don't do any security checks on arrival. Bags and phones, etc. were allowed. Brilliant. Now I heard you weren't allowed to take laptop bags. That's what I got told by one client, so just bear that in mind. The packs they were very impressed with. That's our packs. Yay! So we send you out a folder with your application forms and the official list from the consulate. We then run through all of that with you till it's ready to go. That we have a final call to check the pack, and in you go to your appointment. And so far so good. The BLS officers are starting to recognise our packs, and they know if you turn up with an Upsticks pack, it's going to be in good condition. Just a few points. They take photos there, so they had to peel off our photos we stuck on. No requirements for pics at all on the first time applicants. Okay, yeah, so they are taking the digital photos. Now we're still advising people to take passport photos with them, just in case that system isn't working. You might find yourself running down the road trying to get a passport photo. That said, the fact that they're peeling them off might mean you just want to take a passport photo handy on you in your bag, and if they ask for it, give it to them. If not, then just leave it there. I know it's an extra expense to have that on you. It would have had to have them done anyway for the acros, so we still think it's a good idea. This is a very interesting point. They only needed 3-month bank statements and 1 set per couple, so we advise everybody to take if possible 12 months, but a minimum of 6 months, and have a copy for each file. In this occasion they only took 3 months and only kept 1 copy per couple. Very good information. Now I would say it's still a good idea to take 6 months and a copy for each file. It's no problem coming back with stuff, but you never want to be missing it. We'll be monitoring that. So yeah, let's see. If they are only asking for 3 months, then we might have to lower what we're telling people to take. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to, because we've seen it where, you know, suddenly Edinburgh wanted 6 months, then they wanted 12, and then they wanted 3, and then they wanted 6. Currently they're asking for 3 months now in BLS, but then people have been getting letters asking for more afterwards. So I would still take the 6, probably, to be honest with you. And if you get sent away with stuff, it doesn't matter. So being sent away with stuff doesn't matter. It's when you're missing it, that's the problem. They only need 1 clear page photocopy of the passport, not all pages. So one which has not been stamped, no stamps on it, basically. Now again, but they did retain the whole passport. Now I would still take a full copy of the passport due to prior experience. They may say they don't want it. Okay, well look, if they give you it back and they don't want it, you've offered it to them. I would still take a full copy of every page because it's been requested in the past. They got there 45 minutes early, they saw them straight away, and by the way, we paid £29 for an appointment which we didn't need. We actually went through the receipt, and as you can see on the receipt, when you come out, that £29 was actually deducted from the receipt. So just check. Now you have to pay to confirm your appointment booking. So make sure that is deducted from the receipt when you make your final payment at the BLS office. The NCP car park is directly behind the office, so it's easy, 3 minutes walk, so keep you posted. Fantastic. Thanks guys for that report back. That was fantastic. So yeah, everything at the moment running well there in the UK. We're May now, we're yet to see how it's going to go in summer, but the May appointment calendars are open at the BLS, and there's abundance of appointments across all 3 consulates at the moment, so good. And our document preparation time is coming down now. People are just boom, 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 boom. It is fantastic. We used to be like 2 to 3 months preparation time. Now we're talking 4 to 6 weeks for some people, literally depending on the acro coming in. Our apostille guys are performing really well. Apostilles in and out 5 days. Gloria, the translator, sometimes getting translations out to people the very next day, but maximum of 72 hours. So the wheels are turning nicely, and I'm really happy. It's exciting. You know, sometimes in the past when we've had these long drawn out applications because documents take so long that you can't get an appointment, it can be so what's the word, it gets you down. But you know, getting on this rhythm of yes, you know, especially now when people are coming in, as I said in the last video, for capital gains reasons, coming in towards the after July, and they're starting the paperwork now and we're flying through it. So anyway, that's stage 1. A couple of reports back. Let's talk about people in Spain and what's happening over here. Right, so over here now we haven't had any approvals for the renewals come through. Last week was a bank holiday as well, so yeah, that was all. Oh, and I have to mention a point, don't I? It is Mother's Day today. I was supposed to say at the beginning of my video, Mother's Day in Spain. Feliz Dia de Madre for all the mums out there who are in Spain and outside of Spain. Happy Mother's Day. Today typically is a day where the family goes out. They'll either go out to eat or go to the beach, or basically just get together somewhere. Hope you all enjoy your days. We are not going out to eat today, which is quite shocking because that is one of our only real vices, that we do like to eat food out. And but no, we're going to, because it's such a busy day. It's you have to pre-book, which we didn't do. We were out all day yesterday at a gymnastics tournament, and I just think chilling is on the cards with the barbecue, because also when you go out on these really busy days, although the ambience is really, really nice and it's really busy, sometimes, you know, you're overpaying for very rubbish service because everybody's just so busy. So anyway, happy Mother's Day. Now, going on to our approvals. Well, we didn't have any of the approvals come through, but we did have 2 requerimiento letters. Now, a requerimiento letter is when immigration asks us for more documentation. But this was very strange because Almeria at the moment, I do not know what's going on with Almeria, apart from the fact that we can't get appointments there to register the visas. It's just so much like hard work to get them. They sent us 2 letters, of which we've had 3 this week. One we responded to, and they requested a document that we'd already submitted. The system doesn't allow you to continue without submitting that document. They then requested it again. We then submitted it with a letter saying we already submitted it. Your own system doesn't allow us to continue unless we submit this. Please could you tell us if we're doing something wrong, because this is the same system we use for every other province, and if we need to be submitting a different document. And they came back to us with an approval. I think it was like 3 days later, so I'm not too sure what happened there. I thought, okay, fair enough. And then exactly the same from Granada. Granada came back to us and asked us for a document that we'd already submitted. So we sent the proof that we'd already submitted that document, which is what they call a justificante, a receipt from their own system. Resubmitted the document with further evidence. In this occasion, it was a healthcare certificate, and wrote a letter just explaining the validity of the healthcare certificate which was previously submitted. And to be honest, the letter, you write what you called an escrito. Okay, so an escrito is, dear sir, thank you for sending us a letter requesting this. We'd just like to point out that we already submitted this on this date. And you literally cut and paste the date, the time, and the submission reference from their own letter. And then underneath you say, please see attached again the certificate, and then you cut and paste from, because it's a PDF certificate, the details from that certificate, because on the certificate it actually says this certificate is valid. So it's a bit more of it's like a collage job of putting a letter together using information they've already provided, information from the certificate we've already provided, putting it in a simple way for them, so whoever opens up that computer when we submit it can look at the letter and go, oh yeah, certificate, great. Maybe they're just super busy and missing things, I don't know, but it was a bit weird. But anyway, I'm moving on now to other things to talk about. We're going to talk about YouTube in a bit. Here's another one back from London. All good, very friendly staff. Everything was complete in order. They were very impressed with the packs. They wanted the documents in a slightly different order, okay, and we're in and out about 15 to 20 minutes, but they sold us 6 to 12 weeks. Approximately should we have our visas. Oh, this was Manchester one. Sorry, this is not London and Manchester. So yeah, that's another report back. Slightly shorter, but they're being told 6 to 12 weeks. As I said earlier, it seems to be coming through a lot quicker than that. Right then, now check this out. We were sent this from one of our clients, and it's always good. If you've got anything that you want me to discuss on the weekly update or anything you want me to show, please send it across. This is what it's all about. It's all about life in Spain as well. And this is our client, Donna. And so Donna Miscolta, she's got her own blog, and they're from the United States, and they're here on a non-lucrative visa, and we've recently just completed their renewals for them. And she's written a lovely blog about the renewal process, and I'm going to put the link below to this blog so you can have a read. And yeah, very interesting. Sign up to her blog anyway. She's got a great blog and website about living in Spain. She's also written some books as well, which you can check out here. And so check out our client's website, Donna's, below in the bio, and if you're looking at somebody who's a blog of somebody who's been living in Spain, then it's definitely a good idea. And it's also got a great bio about her there as well. Read all about it. And yeah, again, I can't thank them enough for being fantastic clients, because you know what, I asked for documents, I received documents, and we sent them in the correct order. Everything I asked them for came in a timely manner, got translated, hence they got their renewal really well. So good one, guys. And what else have we got going on here? Don't forget the Molino walking football team. Our client Alan, who I met a couple of weeks ago now, he just sent me the schedule. They have got the matches on the 11th of May, the 25th of May, and the 1st of June against Calahonda, Marbella, and Benavis. I think that's the last of their games for this season. We're coming to an end of the season. We always got little photos. We sponsor that team. Today, this afternoon, we're off to give out the prizes at the Laro Bowls tournament, and they've asked me to go and be the guest to hand out the prizes because we sponsor them, which was really nice. I didn't expect to be asked to do that, so that was cool. So yeah, right, okay then. The next thing we're going to talk about is a bit about life in Spain. What have we been eating? What have we been drinking? And let's move on to the comments on our YouTube channel because we've had some great questions and I want to answer them on this weekly update. And actually, before we move on with that, there's just one more point that I wanted to make about NIE numbers. Now, we did a big video with Scats on yesterday, about NIEs. And on there, I mentioned the experience of one of our clients. So, our client, Lynn, who follows the channel as well and has given me permission to get this information out there. We're going to be going through the visa process with them. Brilliant. We're just doing the timing and everything now. But initially, we're going to be registering a car. Now, with that, we are going to need... Oh, I don't know, where's my gimbal going? It's following me. Come on, stay up. We are going to need an NIE number. So we went to get an NIE number and we discovered that the stamp that she had in her passport coming into Spain was stamped as an exit stamp. Oh, what a nightmare. I mean, how many people have got the wrong stamp who were on that flight or maybe arrived that day? Evidently, this is a big mess for people who are judging their 9180. You know, if you're just going on holiday once a year, then maybe particularly that's not going to mess up your days. But for people who are judging their days and you've got a stamp on there which is wrong, which is showing you going the wrong way, that's a real problem. And when it comes to getting an NIE number, if you're a third country national and you're applying within Spain, you have to be within your limits, Schengen limits, and legally in Spain to be able to do so. So an exit stamp, which would essentially mess up the days and possibly show that you've been here more days than you actually have. So there you go. Yeah, check your stamp when you go for the passport and make sure the arrow's pointing the right way. Scary stuff. Moving on now, just one thing here that I wanted to pick up on as well was the Euro Weekly News. Now we get the updates from them, but there's this one story on there which I found really shocked me, quite a sad story, about a guy called Mark Palmer who has been missing since 2019, and it's just I suppose you just have to highlight these things. You don't realise, you know, what happens. And these people are still fighting to find people who have gone missing. I mean, completely gone missing, just hasn't turned up anywhere. So I'm going to just highlight that story at the bottom. I'm going to put the link below just so you can read it, and then hopefully, if you know, it'll get it out there. You know, you never know 5 years on if it was help at all. But hey, when you've got people who are missing, any sort of, what they say in Spanish is difusión, so any sort of outlet that people read always helps. Let's move on to our next stage, which is what we're looking at now. You have to excuse me, I'm looking down at the laptop because I'm sat outside today. And, the internet doesn't want to work today, Sunday. What have we been eating? Well, check this plate out here. Now this plate is, this is what I love about Spain. This is one of the things that I love and I will never get tired of. Is so yesterday I was, as I mentioned, we were at a gymnastic tournament with our daughter. Now these tournaments generally go on for a long time. The dancing only happens for about 2 minutes. So you don't actually dance for that long. They don't actually dance for that long. They normally have to be there around an hour before the tournament starts. You see the dance, and then quite possibly, as yesterday, they danced at 4:15, and the prizes weren't given out till 8:30 at night. So you have to hang around or find somewhere local to go. It's great, but you can generally get food there. Now this photo, this is yesterday. They had paella. This was a snack that they had there. So a big plate of jamón ibérico, €10. This huge plate, which gave us all a good tapper. And don't get me wrong, they still had the typical sandwiches there as well, but it's just amazing. You can go to these sort of pop-up stands, you know, at these sports events and still get your jamón, your queso and your paella if you want it. Absolutely loved it. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was, and I might add this as a feature, is wine. Now I know people, when they come to Spain, there's some people like wine, some people don't. I'd be partial to a red myself, though I have been experimenting with more white wines and food. To say I'm an amateur foodie, but I do like experimenting with different foods and stuff like that. Now, different wines, and what I'm never going to do on this channel, when I tell you about a wine that you might have discovered, is I'm never ever going to talk about Riojas or Riberas, because that's all they seem to sell, and even the Spanish seem to think that's all that exists sometimes with wine, and it just doesn't. Here in Andalusia we have fantastic wines, and across Murcia up into Catalonia they're amazing wines. So life doesn't begin with Rioja, I can tell you. In fact, most Riojas now, that blended in naff, you have to go quite expensive to get a decent one, whereas with local wines you don't have to spend that much. Now this bottle here, which I've got it here as well, you can see it, Dominio de Adria. This is a Malaga wine that I found in Carrefour yesterday while we were waiting for the prizes to be given out. And it doesn't have a denominación de origen, so it doesn't seem to have the quality. Well, the denominación de origen means that it's been approved to say it's from Malaga or the Sierras de Malaga, but it's a fantastic wine. It's actually got in English a monovariety Tempranillo single grape, carefully selected at harvest, intense and brilliant, clear with medium density, colour almost royal purple with red fruit. Yeah, strawberry, raspberry and flowers, frank intense with a nose, subtle flavours. Now I would say I thought this was quite dry, but it's only 13%, which means it's a great summer wine. They have it on offer at the moment in Carrefour for €5, and it's a Malaga wine. It comes from Cordel de Puerto. I've never heard of that. Should we Google the postcode quickly while we're doing this? Because I've never ever heard of that place. And I thought it was for €5. I thought it was a fantastic wine. Definitely you could have it with white meats, because I found it quite dry but quite light. It's Ronda. There you go. Wow. Well, there you go. That's a bargain, because Ronda wines are actually up and coming. And I would definitely go out and get one of those. And if it's an afternoon meal, I would say that is a nice wine to try. So that's a wine from Ronda. Check it out. That's recommended by me. I really enjoyed it. Not fruity though. It says on it was fruity, but I thought it was quite dry. I don't really like fruity wines. And let's move on now to our YouTube comments, shall we, and see what's happening over there. We've got some good comments to answer. Right, so 2 comments I wanted to answer from our YouTube channel. Well, there's 3 actually, and one of them here is from Patrick O'Connell. Patrick, you've been supporting the channel for a while now, and I just want to thank you for your kind words and for also the questions, and just being on board on both my channel and Scats's as well. It's great to have that sort of community. When I did the live with Scats on Saturday, Scats was obviously not feeling too well. He's just come off the back of 25 radio therapy sessions and chemo, so he's putting a brave face on. And to be honest, I wasn't feeling great either, so he said, look, let's keep it to an hour because we both had things to do, and also keep it factual. And it was lovely because from what Scats was telling me, people were chatting between them anyway in the community, so it's like, it's great that people are starting to meet on the live shows as well. So Patrick's asked we share the live shows on our channel as well, and then that means people can link up and also see it. And he's asked, I'm Irish and my wife is dual Irish Latin American citizen. We're planning to move to Valencia at the end of the year. My wife would like to take Spanish citizenship, and I believe that Latinos can do that after 2 years residency. To avail of that, should she get her Latin American passport stamped when we arrive, or is it okay to come in on the Irish one? Thank you. Well done, well done for helping out Scats with driving and interpreting. Okay, so Patrick, now we don't do nationality applications, so I can't comment on the Latin American. Would depend what Latin American passport you've got, because it's not just a general South American thing that everybody can get 2 years. It depends on the convenio, citizenship after 2 years. It depends on the convenio between the country and Spain, but I know it's true that after a certain amount of time, certainly quicker than what we can get citizenship, a lot of the Latin American countries have agreements. But what you've got to, well, apart from the fact if she's got an EU passport anyway, why does she want the Spanish one? I mean, I suppose it'd be great to have a Spanish passport, but essentially EU citizens have the same right here in Spain with the Irish passport, and she can just go for residency and get her residency on the day. But yes, definitely, if you're looking to get citizenship, then you would need to come in on the Latin American passport and get a stamp coming in and get residency using that passport. This is a circumstance I haven't come across a lot, to be honest with you. But the other thing is, I'm not too sure if that's really allowed if you've already got an EU passport, whether they just really prefer that you register with your EU passport residency as you've got the same rights. So, but yeah, if we put that to one side and you wanted to go for nationality, I would say you definitely have to come in on the Latin American passport, get the entry stamp and apply for residency using that as your spouse. We have got a great colleague in Valencia where you're going who would be able to either help you or point you in the right direction. I'm absolutely sure. Costa is a gem, works really hard up there, and we're helping his clients down here, he's helping our clients up there. We're constantly in contact, and yeah, if Patrick, I would definitely say that you would probably need to have a conversation with Costa, our colleague up there, so we'll try and get that lined up if you haven't spoken to him already. Okay, and the next one was from Ouija in Spain. Let's have a look. Ouija in Spain saying, I already have my hi Chris, many thanks for this episode. Cheers, Ouija. I already have my NIE that I got whilst applying via the UK consulate in Edinburgh. Well done. Let us know about that. Let us know how that goes. I don't have many NIE application stories through the UK. Please tell me so we can get it out here. Drop me an email, chris@upsticks.es, or just drop it on the YouTube channel, we'll mention it. My question, can you change the nationality of your NIE if you then become an EU country such as Ireland? Yes, you can. The reason I'm going to answer this now is because we've had lots of people who have got their NIE numbers with a British passport and then come over and got residency using an EU passport, and what's happened is that NIE gets transferred over to your new EU residency card. Okay, we've done it on many occasions now. We've then subsequently used that card to apply for a family member. That family member's got approval and they end up as an EU family member, and you switch your NIE. The NIE number stays the same, but you switch it onto an EU card. So yes, you can. Then goes on to say, I was thinking that as you use your NIE to buy train tickets, football tickets, etc., having the nationality of an EU country is far preferable, even if you have become a resident and are on the Padron. Yeah. Now, can you switch your NIE, or do you need to switch your NIE to a different passport if you're not going to become a resident? We haven't done one of those yet, but I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. if you can do it for residency, I can't see why you could do it as a non-resident. Just switch the nationality that your NI is associated to, but we haven't done it. Maybe that's something we need to try and dig out someone, go to the police station and see what they say, report back. What did you do, and are there any complications retaining your NIT nationality as a Iranian neither beyond the 90 consecutive days? I don't get the context of that question, sorry, mate. Get that, let me know again, just drop it in, but I want to hear about you getting your NIE in Edinburgh anyway, Ouija. And once again, thanks for the support on the channel. What did you do, and are there any complications retaining don't know, let us know about that last question there. I'm not too sure what it is, but I'll answer it. Maybe it's because it's too early and I haven't had enough of my coffee yet. So yeah, that's our YouTube comments answered, and I think that just about wraps it up for today, guys. Once again, thank you very much. Let's have a look what else we've got here. What else did we have here? I had something else written here which I wanted to. Oh yeah, this is quite a funny one. Word of the day. Right. I'm not too sure I can use this as a word of the day. No. I'm going to come up with a different word of the day, because this one could be quite controversial. Yeah, no, definitely not. No, definitely not going to use that one as the word of the day. That's left you thinking, hasn't it, eh? What was he going to say? But my friend suggested this to me, and then I was like, maybe need to structure this a little bit more before I actually get it out and make sure you use it properly. But one of the other words of the day that I had for next week, what I'm going to say now, is pan. Pan, P-A-N. Now, pan doesn't mean frying pan, it means bread. Okay, so these words which have double meaning, and the first time I saw it, I thought, oh, hang on a minute, what does that mean, pan? Why is everybody talking about a pan? Well, P-A-N actually means bread in Spain. It's a very, very easy word to learn, and it doesn't mean frying pan, it means bread. So there you go. And I'm going to come back to the word I was originally going to tell you, because I think it's going to need a lot more explanation than what my friend sent me through, and make sure that you do use it properly. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Any suggestions you've got of things that I can talk about in the weekly updates, please put them below in the comments. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. Another midweek video coming soon as well.